Everyone thinks they know how to make soup until they see how a real chef does it. I asked 10 different chefs, from local favorites to global Michelin icons, how they make their favorite soups. You're about to learn the secrets, the techniques, and the flavor bombs behind some of the best soups in the world. From Vietnamese pho to French onion soup and everything in between. We're starting with the legendary Wolfgang Puck, a chef who's earned multiple Michelin stars across his restaurants, and he's showing us how to make his iconic Lobster Bisque.
Hello, I'm Chef Wolfgang Puck and I'm here at Cut at the Rosewood Hotel in DC. And today I'm gonna show you how to make the most wonderful lobster bisque. It's one of my favorites, so let's do it.
So what's the key to a good vegetable stock, Chef?
Using all the leftover vegetables. So we're gonna add all and boil it for a while, maybe even a little thyme, bay leaf. The key to making a great lobster bisque is to start with lobster, obviously. You know, and you need live lobster. People get nervous when you kill the lobster, but you know, if they're dead already, don't buy them. We have some live one here.
Say goodnight, my friend.
You split them in half, see that? And then I'm gonna take off the tail. Now here you have the stomach. We're gonna take it out.
Oh.
See? You don't want that.
These lobsters, where are they from?
These are Maine lobsters. This is very good, lots of flavors. So we're gonna heat up our pot here. I'm gonna start with the bodies because this is where all the flavors are.
And you're putting flesh side down?
Yeah, so to sear them, you have all the flavor. So I'm gonna saute them a little bit, just like that. I keep the juice from the lobster here and I'm gonna add it to my bisque because it's a lot of flavor. Okay. So now I'm gonna add a few garlic cloves, some onions and carrots.
Some celery too,
Some
Chef?
celery too.
All right, let me pour some in for you.
Okay, good. So now we're gonna saute the vegetables a little bit too. Thyme is very strong, so we just put in a little bit. We don't want to overpower. A bay leaf, fresh tarragon. So now I'm gonna add a little tomato paste. I like it because the color. If you don't add tomato paste, the color would be gray.
It smells amazing.
Yeah. I can't wait. We're gonna add a little white wine. We're gonna cook the wine first a little bit, okay, before we add the stock.
Yep.
All right, you can see the color is good. The wine is almost reduced. Don't forget to add a little salt. We don't want to put too much salt. And a little spice, cayenne, or you can add a little chili. And a little black pepper too.
Look at that.
Yeah, you see, now it starts to come together already a little bit.
Very
so
nice.
Now I'm gonna add my vegetable stock. We're gonna let it simmer along here. Turn the heat down a little bit after taking out the bodies, but I'm gonna put them back in there. Let's take the lobster tail out now, so they are cooked but not overcooked. Now I'm gonna add a little cream to it. Then all of a sudden, look at that, it has the color.
So like velvety almost.
You have to taste always, you know. Very good, yeah. What I do to thicken it, I have leftover old bread because this is the starch is cooked already. So it doesn't make the soup taste like roux or something like that.
Wow, that smells amazing.
All together, and then we strain it one more time.
All right, now we're straining?
Yeah, we'll strain
Get all that out. One more time? All right.
Oh my God.
Wow, look how creamy this is looking.
Yeah, squeeze everything out, get a ladle, and push that down.
Wow, you're pressing all the juice out pretty much.
Yeah, that should be good.
Wow.
Now we're gonna take a little lobster, perfectly cooked the way I like it. We're gonna chop that up a little bit.
Easy. Wow.
Put a few things in our bowl here. Since it's very rich, we don't need a lot.
I love how you can still see some of the ingredients in the bisque.
And then if you want to, if you saved your lobster head, you can use that as a little decoration.
Beautiful, nice.
We have a little fresh herbs, little chives. And if you like it even richer, a little creme fraiche. We made today our famous lobster bisque. It's really the king of all the soup, or the queen of all the soups. You know, it depends if you use female or male lobsters.
Well, Chef, we got to dig in. Perfect bite. Chef, thank you. Oh, wow.
A lot of flavor.
You know, it's so creamy, but you can still kind of bite into a little bit of the ingredients.
Yeah, I think maybe you should open your own restaurant.
We got to feed the cameraman.
Woo!
That's easily one of the best lobster bisques I've ever had. Chef Wolfgang Puck, appreciate you.
Thank you. Good to have you.
So Chef, where did you learn to cook?
I learned to cook so long ago, I almost forgot.
Hey guys, it's Chef Esther Choi. I'm the owner of Mok Bar and we're in Chelsea Market. I'm gonna show you how to make the best soup in the world, Kimchi Jjigae.
What's the first thing we're gonna do, Chef?
You know, the heart of kimchi stew is, of course, kimchi. We have cabbage that's been brined for about 12 hours. We add like 5 different types of fish sauce to our kimchi paste. Lots of ingredients. This is inspired by my grandmother. And then we're gonna take this kimchi paste and then we're gonna go ahead and just paste it on the Napa cabbage. And obviously with great kimchi, you do have to ferment it. You can make kimchi jjigae with 1 month old kimchi or even like 2 weeks old kimchi, but if you make kimchi jjigae with a year aged 묵은지, it is the bomb. This is more precious than gold, baby. Next thing we do is scallions. We got the whites and the greens separated. People have their different ways of making kimchi jjigae, but for me, it's always some sort of pork. Kimchi jjigae only has a few ingredients, so every ingredient you use, it's really important to use like the top-notch quality. That's how you get the best jjigae. Now, we're just gonna cut it up into bite-sized pieces. My mom used to make this all the time, at least once a week, and it's my favorite meal. So here we got our beautiful pork, and then we're not gonna waste this beautiful piece of bone either. Actually, when I was a kid, this was my favorite part. Let's cut up our kimchi. It's still crunchy. That's when you know the kimchi was made properly. It's like still has a really, really nice texture. If your kimchi is mushy, you made it wrong. 2 heads here. By the way, this was a gift from my chef, her personal stash of 묵은지. Shout out to chef. She made this a year ago, you guys. If you're gifted 묵은지, you know that you're loved by that person. First of all, kimchi jjigae tastes better in a 뚝배기. 뚝배기 is this like earthenware pot. This might be a little untraditional, but I'm using a little butter. This is very like Korean American, but like my mom always made kimchi jjigae with butter. Okay, so I'm gonna brown some scallion whites. Remember how we kept the whites and the greens separated? Like I'm the kimchi jjigae queen. I could eat it every single day. Smelling the scallion. Go ahead and add our pork to this. The pork starts to melt. You know, you really want to get it nice and saute. And then at this point, I'm gonna add a little bit of minced garlic. We're gonna add our kimchi. I like a ratio of like 70% kimchi, 30% pork. And the key is, kind of want to bury the kimchi to the bottom of the pot, and you're gonna let it kind of burn.
Wow. So you kind of get a little depth of flavor with that?
Yes, depth of flavor. You get like that caramelized flavor of the kimchi. It's like smoky slightly. One of the most important parts of kimchi jjigae to me is like the sauteing of the pork and the kimchi. You really want that char. It's key. You know when it's ready when you smell it. Don't mess with it. Let it like get crusty. You see how it's getting caramelized on the bottom? Wow. You want to do a once-over flip so you get every part of the kimchi caramelized. Also, one great thing about kimchi jjigae is it takes 15 minutes to put together. A really, really quick dish. This kimchi is like real top-notch quality. Thanks, chef.
Even the kimchi is getting toasted a little bit.
Toasted. You see like the color of the kimchi is getting a little translucent.
Yeah,
It's starting to stick to the bottom of the pot. So at this point, there's only a few ingredients in here. So one of the key ingredients to kimchi jjigae is that broth, and it comes from very good quality water. You really want to be able to taste the ingredients. If you use like a stock, it doesn't have that like 시원한, like refreshing kimchi flavor. I like to fully submerge the kimchi.
And how much water do you want to put in the pot, Chef?
Actually, a good amount of water, because what I'm gonna do is reduce it and create this like really nice kimchi broth. This looks like the perfect amount of water to me. And then, you know that pork bone? We're gonna add that, because that's gonna impart a lot of like beautiful flavor as well. We're gonna reduce this for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let the pork really, really cook through, get very succulent.
So what are you doing here, Chef?
We're just skimming some of that foam off the top. Gonna taste, see how like thick red the broth is.
Wow, definitely not water anymore.
So delicious as is, but of course we have to season just a little. I'm gonna use yeondu or like some type of MSG, even salt or something is good, but yeondu is like umami flavored seasoning. We're gonna garnish. I love tofu in kimchi jjigae. Obviously it's optional, but for me, one of the best parts. I love when the tofu gets soaked into that kimchi flavor. Then of course, The scallion greens, we're gonna finish garnish with that. It's done, baby. That's it. This is my kimchi jjigae. All you need is white rice, really good kimchi jjigae. You'll be the happiest person in the world. See, even off the heat, it's still boiling. Grab it, put it onto your tray.
Oh my god, it's still bubbling off the stove top.
That's why you need the tukbegi. I'm so excited right now.
Let's try it. Ooh. It's potent. You put not that many ingredients, but it smells so like complex. I think the fermented kimchi just adds so much flavor to it. I'm excited to try it. So I know some people mix in their rice with the soup, the jjigae. I like to kind of take a spoon of rice, 1 spoon at a time. I don't like my rice getting too soggy, but
I do it the way that you said not to do it. I like just pour it over my rice.
Really?
I just gotta take a bite right now because I'm like dying. I'm salivating.
that good?
예술이야. Work of art.
This is my bite right here. You get a little bit of pork, a little bit of kimchi, some rice, broth. That broth is so pure. Ooh, wow. It has a little bit of that sour note to it because of the fermented kimchi.
But it's not overpowering.
But it's different though. And I think it's because the quality of that kimchi was so good. This kimchi jjigae is up there. I think it's better than my halmoni's. I'm sorry, halmoni. I love you though.
Sorry, Hemi. We love you.
Yeah, thank you. 100%. 10 out of 10.
My name is Chef Salan Kanasud and I call me Chef Peter and this is Chef Papit
Hi.
and Chef Mama. Today we're gonna make seafood tom yum potek. What's different in the tom yum and potek, right? A tom yum they use an ingredient with chili tomato, the onion, but potek we use like a seafood and we use the best ingredient holy basil. That is what makes different. First we have curry leaf, galanka, lemongrass, and chili. This is mixed bread with lime juice, fish sauce, fish bread, cilantro, holy basil, curanto, straw mushroom. This is seafood with clam, shrimp, and calamari. This is soup broth with the chicken. Just wait. This comes the boil. We put all the herb first, right? Galanka, caffeine lime, and the lemongrass. Straw mushroom and the seafood, right? It's very important, right? Then we need to put the shrimp first. Let them boil a little bit. We need to cook. Let's see how the texture and the calamari and the clam is easy to cook. Now all overcook them. You know, that's the best part. Chili, a little bit spicy. Hello basil, curanto. Yeah, you get like all the smell, all the herb right now. And this is what the fish sauce, mix, and cilantro. How we pick all the ingredients, right? And how fresh all the ingredients. That's really important. When you put the salt or like a lamb, you can just squeeze a lamb. But every time you taste it, it's always tastes different. Time to pay.
Wow.
That's how you make the best soup in the world. Tom yum potek. It's the best way, right? Eat with white rice. How you get like nice and spicy from that, right?
So good.
Thank you so much.
ลาก่อนขอบคุณครับ
Hi, I'm Jeremy Solomon, and I am the chef and owner of Augie's Counter in Brooklyn, New York. And today I'm going to show you how to make my version of Hungarian goulash. Start by cutting our onions. I try and keep it as simple as possible. I'm gonna cut them in half, and then I'm gonna quarter each half into these big, robust pieces. Next, we're gonna season the pork butt. So we're gonna season it pretty liberally with kosher salts. So I'm gonna bring everything over to the stove. So I have a Dutch oven here, and I've already put a little bit of canola oil in, just a pretty neutral oil that can take a good amount of heat. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the onions in, and then I'm also gonna go ahead and liberally salt the onions to extract moisture out of it. Again, we're just going to sweat the onions down until they're translucent and tender. We don't really want a lot of color on them. I've oiled this cast iron skillet, and we're gonna get it really nice and hot, and we're gonna sear our meat in it. Once our oil is just starting to smoke, we can go ahead and add our pork butt. And the goal here is to just get the pork butt really nice and evenly browned on all sides. This is the only thing that'll take a while. So we're using two different kinds of paprika in our goulash, which is really not traditional at all, but we're gonna use a hot paprika and a sweet paprika. So we're gonna go ahead and add both of our paprikas to the onion. A common misconception about paprika is that a lot of recipes will add it and tell you to kind of throw it in over a dry heat for a long period of time. That's not how you should treat paprika. You should also never throw it in at the very end. You wanna toast your paprika, but very quickly, like no more than 10-15 seconds. So that's what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna go ahead and toast that paprika over my onions. You really want to be careful how long you're leaving the paprika in there for. Otherwise, it'll get kind of this like acrid taste to it. I'm gonna go ahead and add my chicken stock that I'm already heating up to my onions. And I like to have the chicken stock already warm just because it helps speed the process up. And we're gonna add just enough chicken stock to cover all the onions and the pork. The goulash has come up to a simmer, which is right where we want it. And now I'm gonna take our seared pork butt and go ahead and add it into our braising liquid. Just kind of nestle it in there, kind of move the onions around it a little bit. And it's okay if it's poking out just a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab tin foil just to make sure it's nice and tight. We used to have a lid for this pot, it got lost. All right, so we're gonna go into the oven at 350 degrees and we're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 4 hours. Pull the goulash from the oven, get ready to plate. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fish through the soup just to find some of those nice big broken up chunks of pork butt. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and put some of this really nice broth right over the top of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and take some of my nice bread, just go ahead and put it on the side, serve it up with my pickled peppers. And this is gonna be your pork goulash. I like to just take a spoon and kind of break apart the meat because that's how tender it should be. Get a little broth in there. Just like Grandma used to make, but my version, and not as good as hers, but definitely delicious.
Hi, my name is Whitney. I'm one of the founders here at Roleplay Vietnamese Grill, and this is my mom. She's our head chef, home cook as well too, and today we're going to show everyone how to make pho. Sometimes when you cook at home cooking is slightly different from when you cook for restaurants.
We can't take the same ratio and do this at home is what you're saying.
No. Yeah.
We're cleaning the bones just to get all the impurities out and all like the dirty gunk out of it. So right here we have is our femur bones, bone knuckles, and our main event is our oxtail pho. So people think that when you clean the bones, you're losing all the beef flavor. You actually don't, because you're only like taking out all of the outside like gunk. Everything inside the bone marrow, inside the bone itself. That's all the good stuff.
You put inside boiled water, they put on the top, you see, too much dirty bone, and after 10 minutes you take out. They clean the bone before you put inside the big box and you cook for a long time. We put Oxtail Pho in here. Yeah. We need cook the beef inside the water. We cook in here for 10 or 15 minutes and too much the dirty. You see, they go on the top. That's why later on you take out the bone and you go to clean one more time. And before you put inside the big box. This is so heavy, I can take out.
One of the steps is also to gather all of your spices and all of your ingredients. Everyone has their own like secret ingredient, and ours is lemongrass. So there's certain spices that you would toast to get more flavor and fragrance out of it. So normally we would roast the cinnamon, the coriander, the cardamom, the star anise, and the fennel seeds.
Put inside the oven. You need to roast for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Now what are you doing? You're putting the spice in the bag?
Yeah, you put in the bag and after that you put inside the pot. After that easy, you take out like this, you know. If you put inside the water, it's very hard to take out. Everything go down in the bottom. Tie the bag.
All right, so Tony, what is the reason you're toasting all of these ingredients first?
So it gets it a little that char flavor. Also, it sweats all the onions, ginger, and all the shallots out. So when you put it straight into the broth, release all the sweetness and aromatics.
Okay, beginning you put water and after that you put bone inside here.
How many gallons is this?
This one, the 100 gallon.
Oh my gosh, how many people does that serve?
I think about 3,000.
3,000 people?
Yeah. Now we take out the meat because they done and we take out. But the meat we just cook only about 5 hours. Okay.
Oh, it's tender.
Yeah, tender. It's so good. And we just cook for the bone 24 hours.
They got people on a ladder right now and they're fishing to the bottom of a 100-gallon pot just to get out all the meat before they strain the broth.
So with Oxtail Pho, we actually add extra meat, extra bones inside our broth. So we do cook a lot of extra oxtail to get more oxtail meat. Because the bones are so small, it's so hard to collect them. So that we have to bag the oxtail so that it makes the process of cooking them easier to remove from the broth.
All right, because chef is working with a 100-gallon pot, she's gotta stand on a ladder to actually taste what she has.
Oh la la! See? My favorite. Oh, my favorite. Good, right? Smell good now.
I can smell it from here.
Yeah.
I'll drink a little bit. Whoa.
You love it?
Really flavorful.
Thank you.
Okay, so after we've been cooking for 40 hours, we're now ready to drain the broth. But first, we gotta take out the spices. We strained everything out, so we took the spices, the bones, the oxtail meat as well. So now we're ready to portion out the rest of the broth.
The water right now.
So we do have a strainer here to kind of strain out leftover spices that we weren't able to get.
More.
Ooh la la, oh la la. Wow. Let's go, gallon.
Oh, even more.
Yeah, they have some of it. We cook a lot. The meat, oxtail, white onion, cayenne, ancho, bean brown. Now we have some more the beef bone here too. Beef bone. Some Thai basil, some jalapeno. If you want the spicy, you can put jalapeno. And after that, you need lamb.
All right, guys, now it's time to eat authentic pho.
Yeah.
Lime always, right?
Yeah.
Before we add like the condiments, it's best to taste your broth first
Right.
to see how you like it.
What do you like?
Before you add hoisin sauce or sriracha.
All right, let's taste.
Okay. It's hot.
Oh,
Oh la la. Ooh,
wow.
so good.
It's so aromatic. That broth like coats your tongue. It's got so much flavor.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this oxtail fall off the bone. Let's get a bite of the noodles.
Oh my God, so good.
How long have you been cooking this?
Over 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you guys see it? How to make pho by an authentic Vietnamese chef. Thank you.
Yeah, I love the guy. Love it. Thank you.
All right, it's officially soup season, which also means it's sock season. Because honestly, you can't have a warm bowl of soup with cold feet. That's why I've been living in my Bomba socks and cozy and plush slippers. They're like the comfort food of clothing, soft, warm, and ridiculously cozy. These slippers, they honestly feel like a little tiny fireplace for your feet. And what makes it even better, every time you buy from Bombas, they donate an item to people experiencing homelessness. They've already donated over 150 million essential clothing items. Socks, underwear, and t-shirts to those who need them most. They use premium materials like merino wool and cashmere blends, so everything feels extra soft and lasts through the season. The kind of comfort you never get tired of, especially when it's cold out. So this winter, keep your feet as warm as your soup. Feel good and do good with Bombas. You can get 20% off your first purchase at the link in the description below and use my code Danny for 20% off at checkout. Thanks to Bombas for sponsoring this video. I genuinely love their stuff.
These socks are the bomb buzz.
Hey, my name is Eric. I'm the chef at Peking House here in Chinatown. And today we're gonna make my favorite Chinese soup, chicken wonton noodle soup.
All right, let's get it.
Just careful with these steps. I love wonton noodle soup. Obviously, that's like a Hong Kong Cantonese classic. They eat it for breakfast. This is our version here though. So we make a whole chicken wonton. That is pretty rare to find in Chinatown. Somebody who makes wontons without using pork. First step, making a wonton soup, we need our broth. So we're gonna take these chicken legs, set it in there. We're not gonna do any like boiling off or cleaning up. We want all this meatiness, all this bones, etc., etc. We basically throw the whole thing in. Onion, spices, garlic, scallions. So bruise them a little bit.
So what does smashing do?
Just kind of gets all like the alliums going, and onion flavors will mellow as it cooks over time. Ground up boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We season it, we grind ginger and scallions right into it. Then we season it up with soy sauce, dark soy sauce, a little bit of wine and cornstarch, salt, pepper, MSG, a little bit of sugar, and we just work it in a mixer. And then you want it to have that like bouncy texture that wontons have. It makes it different from a ravioli, even though it kind of looks like a ravioli. We do a pretty simple shape here. We fold it into a triangle. You use a little water to pinch it close. And then we have a triangle here. You dab it one more time with a little water. You crease it here. pull it in, and then glue that edge together with a little water, and then it looks like a little bit. Where most people go wrong making wonton soup is they have a inclination to want to overstuff it to make these ultra fat wontons, and they're just gonna explode on you, and you're gonna have a bad time. You have to fill it with a little less than you think. A walnut size for a standard wonton wrapper. Yeah, we have wontons. We're in soup mode. These are aromatics. The goal here is to have like a light, clean broth. We're not gonna cook the hell out of this, so like we're still gonna use this chicken. It's gonna be juicy. We're gonna pull it. We're gonna strain it.
All right, we have all of our stock here for the wonton soup.
White pepper, a little bit of chicken powder, and a little bit of salt. So we're just gonna season that a little up, and then this is the mystery flavor, the je ne sais quoi, the Shaoxing wine, which has a little bit of salt in it, and then we'll mix that up and taste it. You know, there's like the French idea of it being crystal clear soup without any fat, you know, like a perfect consomme. It's not how Asian people roll with soup. We're gonna finish our soup up. Thinly sliced scallions. Cilantro stems are where it's at. That's where all flavor is. We'll use that to garnish our soup. All right. I like skin and all. This is why I don't like cooking stocks for too long. You cook the hell out of it, and then like the meat is like dry paste at the end. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's go. It's time to plate.
Yeah. All right, for the stairs.
Holy jet fuel.
Yeah, so that'll boil real fast.
First thing is the wontons.
Cooking the wonton. Boil for about 3 minutes or so till they float. The only thing wok don't do is simmering is hard. Ooh, now, noodles. Super hot. Whole chicken. Again, this is not traditional. Don't come for me, YouTubers. This is just how I like to make it, all right? Why don't we do a little Peking house chili on top?
Ooh, okay.
You know? Now we're talking, all right? Inspired by Cantonese wonton noodle soup, but made Peking house style. All chicken, all delicious.
Man, we gotta dig in together.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
That is insane. All right, let's go.
It's good.
You're not joking about being the best wonton soup in the universe. That
Ever.
is legit.
In the history of the universe. I applaud you
got
for
the wonton
one-handing
here.
this.
Oh my gosh.
Simple, delicious.
May I sip some
Please.
broth?
How's the broth? Good?
No, it's amazing, man. Honestly,
Yeah, nice and light,
you
not
put
like
a
too
lot
strong.
of love into that, and those little touches, even your own chili oil you put in, wonton you wrap in front of me, bro, 10 out of 10.
Appreciate you, brother.
Best wonton I've ever had.
Thank you
I say
very
that
much.
for everything you make.
We made some magic happen today, you know? All right, appreciate
On
it.
to the next. Let's go.
My name is Chef Damian Escalante, and we are here at Dolores in Bed-Stuy. And we're gonna make the chicken soup Consome de Pollo. It's a typical soup in Mexico City. First, we're gonna saute some vegetables to give them a little bit more flavor. Put a little bit of oil over here, and we start chopping the veggies. So first, we got some leek, carrot, onions, ginger, garlic, celery. We got whole bay leaf and thyme. We got the oil really hot. Saute them to develop flavor. Don't forget the allspice and peppercorns. We also gonna fry them. Get a little brown on them. I'm gonna go higher on the garlic because why not? We love garlic. And we drop it into the veggies. This is also gonna give them some flavor. We're gonna drop the chicken into the already boiling water. We do it slowly. We put it in the hot water, check it out. So all the juices can stay inside. We're gonna strain the whole thing, and we're just gonna keep this part, and we're just gonna shred it and put it on the soup later on. You will see. It's almost ready. You can see there's some color on it. Everything go inside. Vámonos. We're gonna wait here maybe 1 hour just for the thighs to be cooked, but you don't wanna overcook those thighs. So then we're gonna take those out. We're gonna strain the whole thing, and then we're gonna reduce it. So as you cook it and it's boiling, you wanna skim all this foam. It's normal if you develop this, but this is not what we wanted on our broth. So now you see that it's boiling. In this point, you wanna add the aromatics. Bunch of nice fresh cilantro, and then lower the temp, and you just wanna slight simmer. You don't wanna overcook. Just wait 3 hours. So it's been 3 hours now. Let's check the broth. Yeah, this is what we want. So now we're gonna plate it. First, of course, we got our nice bowl.
Consome de pollo. 10 out of 10.
Hello, my name is Chef Ramiro from Sveta. So today we want to prep the traditional borscht. We need chop the onions. After this, we have chopped the garlic. So now we start to cooking very slow the garlic and onion. We need the carrots now. I need red pepper bell. This soup, now we have two choices to make with meat and vegetarian. Next is red pepper bell. And then we are ready for carrots also. We need the beets. Now I gonna put the beets right now. So we need the potatoes inside. So we need tomato paste, just a little bit. And then we need the water. And then just a little bit white vinegar. So it's nice color and everything. So now we have to waiting for cooking the potatoes. So after like 10 minutes. So now we have ready the borscht. This is the last thing, cabbage. So now we have to wait in like 15 minutes for the soup. But you see the color is different. Now we have to finish with some dill. Okay, so now we're gonna plate it. This is the traditional borscht from Sveta.
Hi, my name is Chef Eric J. Choi from C.S. and Charlie. Today I'm going to show you how to make a crab drop soup.
All right, let's get it, chef.
So the first step, we're going to be making our dashima stock. For the kombu, what you can see over here is a lot of the white powders on them. This is from the kombu itself. It's a natural umami salt. But for this step, we wanted to rinse out as much salt from the kombu as possible because we wanted to control the seasoning ourselves. And then put over here, cheongju and medium ginger, jalapenos, and drop it in. And we're going to be boiling this for 2 hours in a very high heat and then to simmer. So while the stock is bringing to a boil, we're going to be making our bonito cream. So here is our ingredient list.
All right, let's do it, chef.
Yeah.
Hey, heavy cream going in the pot.
The mirin, salt. Once it begins to boil, we're gonna turn off the heat and we're gonna add our bonito flakes. And we're just putting the bonito flakes inside the heavy cream so that it can infuse all the components into the heavy cream. We're gonna have our chili oil making the process. When the oil is heated up to about 300 Fahrenheit, we're gonna add the mixtures for our tadegi recipe. This process is done with just the heated oil. We don't want to put it on the fire. We don't want the oil for the dadegi to burn. Rather, we wanted to play it safe by just letting the residual heat do the work. And we're going to be steeping this chili oil. We're just gonna be using only the oil itself. So we're gonna have a China cap and a chinois ready.
Wow, look at that. It looks so red.
Deliciously red.
Okay, what are we doing now, chef?
So once the kombu has been simmered for 2 hours, we're gonna steep it.
A lot of hard work there, chef.
So now we're going to be putting into a pot back again.
Okay, now we're gonna start assembling our soup.
Yeah, salt, black pepper, just a little more water since we're going to be boiling this.
So we're gonna put this lump crab made of the kombu star.
Tastes good. We're gonna have our cornstarch slurry and then make it as a thickener for our soup.
Okay, we have a kombu stock going with the crab meat heating up. Now what are we gonna do, chef?
So to activate the cornstarch slurry, we're going to pour over this mixture.
How's our consistency looking, chef?
Great amount for our crab drop soup. So now we're going to be doing our assembly. You will put it in our latte cup.
Latte cup? Oh.
This will be our silken tofu that has been heated. And then we're going to be adding our Holy Trinity mix that has been sweated, our house-made chili oil from Danny. And then this is where it gets very fun. So we're gonna be having our bonito cream, and then we're gonna whip it up, and then we're gonna cover this soup as if it's a latte.
Oh, what? That looks like it should be served at a cafe.
Yeah. The last touch will be our Old Bay seasoning. It gives a little more southern touch to it. So this will be our crab drop soup at C as in Charlie.
Wow, chef, let's dig in.
Crab drop soup.
First time
Cheers.
trying. Oh, wow. Dude.
Came out great.
That's so refreshing. You know that cream, it's almost like a whipped cream kind of.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like that. It's like got a little sweetness to it. What made it sweet?
The mirror.
Oh, wow.
It tastes like clam chowder if you didn't know the other ingredients. So the intention was from Consome de Pollo, but then again, it kind of tastes like clam chowder, which is also a southern staple. We have a terminology for Korean, it's called kalkare, which is like spicy, but afternote is like cool breeze. That's what we want in our Korean soup cooking.
Wow. Chef, I'm really impressed. Thank you. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Chef Greg here at Le Diplomat. We're here to make the best soup, French onion soup, my favorite. Like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, this is the heartbeat right back here. Look at all these mushrooms behind me.
How many French onion soups do you guys do a year?
A year? We sell about 200 a day. I have all my mise en place here. I have butter first, get that all melted. Now you see the butter's all bubbling in there. Let's add our onions.
Fills up the pot.
It really does, but you'll be surprised how much it cooks down.
What's the key to cooking down a good French onion soup?
Salt, when you add your onions in here, the salt will draw the liquid out of the onions, dry them out a little bit faster, and you'll get a faster caramelization. So start it off fast and then ease it off. So I'm doing a small batch for you all today, but my chef is getting ready to make a giant batch. So it's 100 pounds of onions. This is the foundation, good stock. We make veal stock and chicken stock. Our chicken stock has chicken feet in it. Same thing with the veal stock. This never gets shut off. It's the foundation. Let's check on those onions. Don't want them to burn. You can see down in here, all that water is leaching out because of that salt. The water has started to evaporate off. Wow. Now, everything from here on out is gonna be color. So we're starting to see a little bit of thickage, starting to see a little bit of caramelization here.
When the onion starts sticking, is there anything that you need to do or look out for?
Just keep mixing them around. If it's sticking to the bottom of the pot, pull the onions off, wash the pot, start over. Don't start the onions over, just clean the pot. So every time a little bit caramelizes, it really spreads out. So you can see, I mean, when we started, these were super white. We're gonna get even deeper. Just add a little bit more butter in there, kind of move things along. So from here, things are gonna happen pretty quick.
Look at that, it's like a clump of onions now.
All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna add our flour. Now this is gonna get real sticky. Just make sure it's all incorporated. Next step, we're gonna add our alcohols. First one is white wine. So all of that color on the outside of the pot is now deglazing, and it's gonna even get more clumpy, but you're really just cooking off the alcohol. So we're gonna add the sherry wine. So we're cooking that alcohol off. All right, so at this point in time, you can kind of turn the heat down. I wouldn't go as far as medium, but maybe medium high. This is chicken stock. We just keep deglazing. Go ahead, we'll add our chicken stock. Now that we've added the chicken stock, we have to put this sachet back in there. As this soup cooks, that is what is gonna help with the flavor. Next step is add the veal stock. We're gonna reduce this by half. All right, so once it's reduced, this is sherry vinegar reserve. It's really much more pungent and fortified than your regular sherry vinegar. Taste it.
It's like a punch of flavor, but also a lot of acidity.
A lot of acidity, yep. And this really spreads through the soup. So we do this at the very end. We are almost ready. Stir it once in a while now, just because you don't want anything to sink to the bottom. Now let's make you an onion soup. This is the master, Fredo Chavez excellent onion soup. This is your finished product. We have these leftover baguettes that we make into crostinis. These are dressed with a little bit of salt. We put 2 of these in here. This is super important. Sliced provolone cheese. So we want to create a seal over the top. This is a blend of Gruyere and provolone mixed together. We're putting this right on top, right in the center. This is the secret. The Parmesan cheese, if you put it around the outside, just a really nice thin layer, so that once this cooks, it gets all crispy and crunchy, but the cheese itself is coming around the outside. The outside is called the experience. The experience of the onion soup is all that cheese on the outside of the crock. That's my favorite part. And that's how you make French onion soup like a pro.
Got the French onion soup. I've never seen a French onion soup. Looks so good.
All this experience around the outside.
And the crust.
Oh my gosh.
I think there's nothing else to say except try it.
Yep, I think a cheese pull is in our future here.
Oh gosh. Look at this cheese right here. That is beautiful. You got a little piece of bread in there too?
Oh yeah. That's money. Kids these days are saying gas. Would this qualify as gas?
Chef, I think gas times 100. You can see the depth of flavor based on the oils coming out into the onion soup.
All that process from the onions has just distributed. It's very even in color, very uniform. All the onions are cooked properly.
The depth of flavor is so intense. With a few of the tips and tricks that you taught us
You get
today.
that acid at the end, right, from the sherry vinegar. It's supposed to taste like onion.
French onion soup like a pro. Thank you, Chef Greg.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thanks for coming in. Happy to have you.